What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show with another video, and I've been enjoying Hogwarts Legacy like crazy. Now, I've never really been like a major fan of the Harry Potter franchise. I feel like, I've seen like maybe 2 of the movies. I've probably seen every one of the movies, just kind of like walking into a living room or something. Like your people been playing them, and I never really sat down and say I'm gonna watch every single movie. So what I'm saying is I'm a fan, but fan adjacent. But I definitely love this game. I do. I feel like I always was meant to get this game. The controversy really had nothing to do with me getting the game. It just made the game more popular as a people. But for me personally, I was always going to get this. I really love single player open world adventures. And, this one looks interesting with the flying and stuff. And I'm so glad that I bought it. But I will say this. This game gives me like a lot of hope. Like a lot of hope for games in general, because for this one, yes, I have experienced bugs. I'm not even really gonna say that I haven't seen any bugs, or I wanna lie, I haven't seen any issues. But the fact that it's coming on Switch, I have to see that. It's apparently coming on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch like later on in 2023. And I honestly got to see how that looks, because I think this game looks really, really good. I think what impressed me the most from the trailers is just to show how well they got like ethnic hairstyles and stuff. Obviously, it may not seem like a really big deal to most people, but in a lot of games, people don't really get represented well.
Alright, let's see. Alright, character customization. Wait, where's the other options at?
I think they represented like black characters really, really well, and that's really cool. Now, this was developed by Avalanche. They did a wild number of just different type of games like Mortal Kombat and college football, tag, Dragon Ball Z sagas. So they have quite an interesting resume under them. And for me personally, since it is like a Disney type of company, I was really like, and this is where I kind of trail off the video a little bit, because I like the Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's a great game. I think it's an amazing game. I think it'll be fighting for Game of the Year with Breath of the Wild. I think, bringing this back to a Disney thing, I think Avalanche can make an amazing Percy Jackson game. Now, the TV show's about to come out soon, and I just wanted to say that I've really been a Percy Jackson fan for a while. I mean, I've been reading the book since like so long ago. I've been a big fan. This TV show's gonna come out. We're gonna see how that works, and then depending on how games work, I would definitely love Avalanche to do this game in particular. The reason why I say that is because this game in general is a good representation of how you can take a franchise that is meant for TV, written for TV, and actually adapt it into a game, with a lot of love, a lot of care. Because in reality, Harry Potter is a larger-than-life franchise. It was created by one person, but it has spun into something that is like a vast world, I mean, you got like Fantastic Beasts, it's just a giant franchise right now. I mean, apparently more stuff on the horizon, even this game. It's in all one big universe in itself. And I feel like they can do a lot of different games the same way. I would love to see a lot of like game and movie franchises being done by them. I really think they've done an impressive job. Now, if you haven't played Hogwarts Legacy because of the controversy, just play it. Honestly, it's a great game. You have to separate the art from the artist sometimes, and I feel like it's such an experience that obviously the game's gonna sell well, so it's not really hurting for money. You're not doing anything by not playing the game because you feel like you want to boycott it. At least in the game, they're trying to be inclusive, so that's something I can definitely say. But man, let's get back to the topic. This game is amazing. I've said it a lot of times. I've screamed it to the heavens. You know what I'm saying? Drill through the heavens and all that. But I gotta say, the way that they built Hogwarts is actually magical, because I might have went to areas I've been before, but just to look at like the architecture and stuff is crazy. Like the way they actually built the school from the ground up and stuff, made like little hidden things that you can see, little things that you need spells and stuff to get to, even rooms where there are like secret rooms inside of clock towers and inside of like armoires and stuff. The movie has a lot of those different type of magical alleyways and things like that. Like honestly, like I said, I really, really do enjoy the scenery of this. The world was actually gonna be bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Like I thought it was gonna be a lot smaller. It's not like necessarily like the biggest thing in the world, but it actually is like a lot of good area, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like this is a game that was made for PS5 and made for higher strength systems, because I don't really understand how they can actually condense this and put this on Switch. I don't really see how. It does suck that they didn't include Quidditch though, because honestly that could have been a really good mini game. I love when a mini game is really good in the game. I could spend about a good extra 5-10 hours. And here's the thing, the fighting is what really got me, right? The fighting is what really shocked me. Because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I felt like the fighting was gonna be trash, but I've honestly always loved like more of like physical sword type play and stuff. So, you know, trying to be a specific magician was not gonna be like my main thing. But I love the combat in this, I really do. It makes me feel like a wizard that's actually fighting for my life. I got to the point where I wanted to see more combat interactions. Like, I really wanted to do more combat. Money is strapped in the game, at least for me. I don't really know a good way of making specific money yet. I think that's also really good. Weirdly enough, I love when games like have money that is strapped and there's things that you need to do to get more money. Because for me, I feel like there's a more healthy way to make the grind a little bit interesting. Because I love when there's a point where you have to grind a bit, you know what I'm saying, in order to continue your objectives. And me trying to buy all the items or plant the seeds and stuff in order to get more magic, it does seem tedious, but in the end I'll really appreciate it when I finish the game and I've allowed a little bit more hours into it, because I've really paid attention a little bit more into it. This is one of them games I've been doing the side quest, and I don't normally do side quests for many games. I don't really do that. I think the last one I did that for was Crisis Core. And that was just really like me doing a couple of side missions. You know, there was not really things that you had to do or go to really do the side missions, side content in Crisis Core. But the game would have been way too short had I not done all that. So it really amplified my experience to kind of sit there and do something that was also fun, but it kind of extended my time a little bit. I didn't even do it for God of War, and God of War was an amazing game. That's why I feel like here, this is something that's going to be magical for me. No pun intended. I just honestly think this game is going to be really good. Now, hopefully we can get DLC. I don't really know what the situation is on there. I know that they got like a dark arts pad or whatever. You get like a dark art mount and stuff. And that could be cool. But the thing is, this is originally supposed to be an online game. I think I heard somewhere from the grapevine. And this would have been amazing as an online game. It would have been very cool. But I honestly see why they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? The game is about as polished as a first release can get in 2023, you know, so I definitely would see where there would be some issues. Having a Harry Potter MMO though, now that I see the way it actually works, would be fantastic, because the way that the spells and stuff work, they would be really interesting. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Are you enjoying this game? I really am enjoying this game. I might give away a copy of Hogwarts Legacy, I'm not sure yet. But with that being said, I will see you guys next video. やれやれだぜ。